In this video, I will give you some basic tips for how to navigate the software of the Dialogue with God program. First of all, please make sure that you're logged into the system. If you see on the startup screen on the dialogueprayer.com website, look to see if it says sign in and get started or whether the dark bubble says my course. If it says my course, it means you're already logged in and you can click there. If not, click on the sign in button and you can log in. Now that I'm logged into the system, you can see that it no longer says get started, but my course. So if you see that my course button, you can simply click on it and that will take you into the program. So in terms of this screen, you will see that at the top, you've got a status bar as to how much of the program you have completed. Initially, you'll see this will be at 0%, but I've already done a bunch of the modules, so you can see mine shows 91% complete. If you see on the left-hand side the different modules, you will see a little green check mark for the ones that you've completed. And down below, you will see any that you have not yet completed as you move along. So we can start navigating by either clicking on the next lesson button, as I'm going to do right here, or you can choose what module you want to work on the left-hand side. So you can see that once we're in lesson 1, the options listed in the content here, introduction, classic example, and so forth, are the same as the left-hand side. So you can navigate your way through the program either following the next lesson button, or you can click on the specific module you want on the left-hand side. So again, the little green check mark indicates that you've completed the module. If you see here under lesson 1 on the left where it says vision lesson 1, you see 6 topics and a little up arrow. If you click on that arrow, it will collapse the list. And if you click on it when it's a downward arrow, it will open it up for you. Again, you can navigate in that way. So then as you go through the modules, you can again go either way, down the left-hand side or down the right-hand side. So for example, I'm going to click on a classic example from the movies. As I click on that module, it opens up to that section. You can see it's now bolded on the left-hand side, so you know where you are. Then you can expand this, this window by clicking this full screen button on the right-hand side here. So now you see it's full on the full screen, which is a nicer way to view the videos. And again, you can reverse that back to exit full screen using that same button there on the bottom. Okay, to play the video, you can simply hit the play button and it will start to play. You can advance the video if you want to find a spot, or you can simply let it play. Some of the key points related to this lesson will be found in the text below. So some of the key quotes that pop up are there. And then there is at the bottom under each section a download lesson companion guide. So there's one lesson guide for each lesson. So not for each of the 6 topics within the module, but for the lesson itself. So again, if you simply click on that, it will bring up a PDF document, which gives you a little bit more information about that topic, the different quotes and so forth that are there that you can use for future reference. And you have the option on the right-hand side, this little down arrow here will allow you to download that document and save it onto your computer, your laptop, your desktop, or whatever device you're using. Or you can click this button here if you have a print device set up. So again, that window will stay open. You can either leave it open to refer back to as you're going through the lesson, or you can simply close that tab in your browser and go back to the main lesson. So once you've completed that, you can click on the next topic button. Normally, that's what's going to indicate that your topic is now completed. And if it weren't already green on the left here, it would make it green. An important part of this program is the exercises. This is where you will take into practice some of the tips and tricks that you have been learning through the material. So if we go to lesson 1 exercises here, again, we can go directly by clicking on the left-hand side. Again, you have a document that you can look at that will explain what the recommended exercises are for this program, for this lesson. So again, you can scroll all the way down. You might need to take the scroll bar on the right-hand side of your screen to scroll down a little bit further. And again, you can bring this into full screen if you want to see the information larger, or again, on this little box with the arrows, you can bring it back to the regular view. And if you want to download this document, this exercise, you can download the PDF by clicking on the little down arrow right there. And again, it will open up into a separate window for you. And then the same as the other notes, you can click the down arrow using the down key, or you can print it on your printer that's attached to the system. So again, you can make the font a little bit bigger or smaller using the up and down arrows, the plus and the minus at the bottom of the screen. When you've finished all the components of a lesson, you can click the next lesson button and it will automatically take you to the following lesson. Here in this case, you will see I've completed the first 4 topics within lesson 2, but the lesson 2 exercise is still showing a white clear bubble because I haven't marked it yet as complete, and the same on the left-hand side. So again, that's how you know what you have completed. So if I were to go into lesson 2, you can see there, again, all the material that's there. You scroll all the way down to the bottom. Once I have that complete, I will click on this Mark Complete button, and that's what's going to mark the lesson 2 complete. You'll see that. Sometimes if you just click the next lesson button, it won't actually give you that green check mark. It will just take you to the next lesson. So if your green check marks are not showing up, be sure to click the green complete circle as I showed you a moment ago. So that's basically how you navigate through the system. Be aware that at the bottom there are some frequently asked questions with some answers there that you can have a look at. So if you have some questions around that, you can do that. And then there's some information about discussion boards at the bottom of the program as well. If you want to engage in the public discussion board, you can do so. This is not part of the Our Lady of Divine Fire mission program, but will enroll you on a public Dialogue with God course discussion board where you can interact with other students. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any further questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out at Our Lady of Divine Fire Mission at gmail.com. May God bless you and enjoy, as you hopefully enjoy this program as you journey to intimacy with God.